Twitch getting up and running, connecting there. And that could be audio up and running, connecting there. Sometimes, as the hip young kids say, it be like dat.
You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
I am the hip-hop socialist.
In Father Teresa's wine cellar, we believe all oppression is intersectional. And this means our analysis of current events frequently includes discussion of difficult and explicit content. Any combination of the following topics could be included in our show: murder, rape, war, climate change, racism, sexism, violence, sexual violence, homophobic violence, heterocentrism, discrimination and abuse against individuals of nonconformist sexuality, domestic violence, child abuse, child rape, child neglect, elderly abuse, verbal abuse, police brutality, microaggressions, ableism, cyberbullying, genital mutilation, ideological extremism, and people just being total fucking assholes.
Yes, queen! Go off, girl boss! Pussy hat slay!
All right, fuckerinos.
Yes.
I don't know if folks know this, but $787 million is the cost of doing business. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Fascism will march on. All right? It doesn't give a damn about some 708. Go fuck yourself. Them niggas gonna get put on a payment plan, and they gonna be out that shit like Kim Potter, murderer Kim Potter. Heidi ho, folks in the neighborhood. I hope no one's just up there leaving a comment while I'm just going live right now. I can't see your fracking comments.
Oh,
no. Let's flip it on over here to the good folks that call themselves CNN.
Yes.
Because something done gone and happened, did.
Carlson is out at Fox News. The right-wing network just announced the two have parted ways. CNN senior media reporter Oliver Darcy is here with more on this. What are you learning? He was out on Friday. Will we see him say goodbye?
We're not going to see him say goodbye. This is really stunning news coming from Fox. They say his last show was April 21st. They put out a very short statement. They say they thank him for his service, and that's it. That's all we know right now. But of course, this comes days after. Last week, you remember, Fox News settled this massive defamation lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems over the election lies that it promoted in the wake of the 2020 election. So they paid out $787 million, the highest known defamation settlement ever publicly known in U.S. media. So this is coming days after that. Unclear, of course, whether this is related. It's kind of hard to imagine that these things happen. Tucker Carlson was sowing doubt about the U.S. election results just up until the last few weeks. So it's possible that there was a relationship there, but really...
Stop it, you goofy-looking, baldy-headed fuck. Really? You get fired from Fox News for spreading misinformation? Nigga.
I mean, because wasn't well, I don't know about the last time, but a previous time Tucker got sued, I don't know how often he gets sued, wasn't his argument in court that, no reasonable person should take what I say seriously? Wasn't that Fox's, actual legal argument?
As was Alex Jones with regard to his divorce.
Yes.
And as was Rachel Maddow
yes.
with regard to Russian misinformation.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. All our news outlets. Why would you take us seriously, you fucking idiot? Oh, okay. I'm saying. Ugh. I don't know.
And just taking a look. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to see if I can. There we are. Just in case anyone leaves a live comment.
Oh, very good.
There we are. Yeah, because not a lot. Because again, we haven't been live on Facebook in some time. Niggas ain't active like that. You may actually want to share that. I need to share the link with you for Twitter's.
Oh, yeah, share it and I will tweet it.
Yes, all right. Let's see a bit more of this this hard-hitting analysis over at CNN. They need Don Lemon back there being just sassy and sexist and drunk. Can we get sassy, sexist, drunk, light-skinned brother back on?
No, he got fired.
Really? For his broken windows policing arguments?
Probably not for that particular argument. I think my favorite Don Lemon moments were when he was at the in New York City for New Year's, when they in Times Square. He would be getting drunk as fuck on the air. Like, it was wild. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when folks see the thumbnail, that's where I got the image of Lemon.
Nice.
Because I want unfavorable images of people I dislike. Let's just say that out loud. We all do it.
Okay, I actually want to add like a caveat to that. It's not because we don't like them, it's because it's what they deserve. Because you can't run around talking about like, we need more police to police people like you while I'm out here being like a fucking terrorist at work. You know what I mean? Like, no, y'all, you should be held accountable by the same standards that you treat everybody else. And if you want to slander everyone else and pretend you're morally superior when you're not, then yeah, you should be called out for that.
And you are tagged on the Twitter in the deal there.
Yes.
Big news. And I should also point out that they've stuck with them really through quite a lot. Like, he has promoted conspiracy theories about the vaccines. He has said things that are just blatantly anti-immigrant. He has, like I said, promoted doubt about the 2020 election. They have stuck with him throughout all of this. So, really shocking news that now he's no longer with the network.
Yeah, the big question, as you say,
like, he's the only nigga that did any of that shit. Laura Ingraham was on that motherfucker playing a John Lewis speech and interrupted the speech with a gunshot sound effect.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to address it on here, but something that I'm hearing, like, because of course none of this is confirmed, because this is always these fucking, like, backroom conversations type shit, but Rupert Murdoch, the guy who owns the Fox network, is anti-Trump from what I hear. So I'm hearing that Tucker was maybe a little too pro-Trump for their tastes.
He did recently have Trump on for the interview where Trump says weirdo shit. It's hard to cover. Like, I've become a consumer more so than a commentator.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch John Idarola and all them other niggas, not Cenk or Anna, but all of their employees, and fucking watch them talk that shit. Because it's like, I'm like, what? How can you even come up with more new words about these niggas?
Yeah, it's... Ugh.
And I get the value in it, right? Because there's always a new young person that's interested in the political process and who the movers and shakers are. Yeah. And you gotta get them before the right-wing propagandists do.
Yeah, that, and plus you gotta know what they're saying anyway, because, like, I mean, Trump isn't in office right now, but he wants to run for president again. And one of the things that he's going to make in his platform, according to him, something he wants to do is put all homeless people in concentration camps. Like, that kind of seems like something, in addition to all the goofy shit he says, it's important to know when he says stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
That seems like a bad idea.
Also, I think you should want to know what they're saying, because if you follow enough, you'll be like niggas like me. That's why, like, when January 6th first happened, I know it was bad. But I was very hand-wavy, because I was like, well, yeah. If you follow Dave Dobenmeyer, he was literally on a bus riding there talking about we gonna shut the motherfucker down. The nigga Roger Stone was on Alex Jones, I think November, December before that, literally saying the words storm the building. He actually used the word storm. Like, them niggas been talking about that shit. If you, especially Alex Jones, if you listen to Alex Jones from the early 90s to now, you can predict everything fascists are doing while he pretends he's predicting everything that the Jewish black left is doing.
Yep.
Ooh, all right, CNN.
Why now? Fox has let their number one people go before. I mean, Bill O'Reilly, they pushed out when he was number one. They're doing this now with Tucker Carlson. We talk about this happening in the wake of the Dominion decision. Now, it's interesting with Carlson, which is that it wasn't his show, or his shows that Dominion was suing over necessarily for promoting false news. It was some of his behind-the-scenes stuff that was legally problematic for Fox, but he wasn't
one of the... What the fuck? I hate news media. I hate news media. Legally problematic? So it was illegal then? What the fuck is legally problematic?
Legally problematic.
It was racially tinged.
It's legally problematic.
So he did something illegal? Just fucking say that, my nigga. legally
It's not misogyny,
problematic.
it's gender bias.
It's gender bias.
Okay.
It's not racist, it's racially tinged.
Woo.
It's not illegal, it's legally problematic. Fucking double speak ass motherfuckers. Hate it. Hate it.
People who helped get them in trouble with Dominion, was he?
No, he wasn't the main culprit that really spawned this lawsuit. But, you know, it's not to say also that other hosts could not be eventually leaving the network as well. I mean,
Okay, this segment is failing the Bechdel test. Why haven't the women's... that's always something that just... This has nothing to do with the Tucker thing. It's just that I have now seen the two men pass the mic back and forth twice now. All right. I want to hear the women say stupid shit too, right? More stupid women commentators. God damn it. I don't just want men saying stupid shit. Everybody gets in there.
Everyone gets in there. Hand everyone a mic. What could go wrong?
this raises a lot of questions about whether the network potentially is trying to at least rein in some of the more extreme people on the channel. I mean, of course, Tucker Carlson, the most extreme probably on that channel. I should also note...
Again, this is the most extreme. I don't think there is a most extreme.
Right.
I think he's just the most charismatic. Right? Because, like, Steve Ducey is also utterly fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, because I guess my thing is, as I'm thinking about it, so which person on Fox News do the Nazis disagree with?
Yeah.
Like... Who, you know what I mean? Like, I
Maybe Shepard Smith at 11 p.m. 10 years ago.
Right? Like, if the fascists are still agreeing with you, then there really isn't a more or less problematic. It's all bad.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, who is... I mean, what, do they go to Brett Baer for the centrist position? You go into Greg Gutfeld so that you can kind of reel that Overton window back to the middle there, like NDIRE, come back to the middle. Is that what's happening? Strength, courage, and wisdom? Oh yeah, Fox News, where you go to love their brown skin. Yeah, it's an acoustic soul party going on right now.
Oh my God.
John, why this is so important. I mean, Tucker Carlson, outside Donald Trump, really was the person commanding the GOP, really directing it. You saw Republican lawmakers, prominent Republican lawmakers, often grovel at his feet.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, for instance, groveled at his feet, and others because they were afraid of him going on his primetime show.
I like that, grovel at his feet. Ted Cruz was doing what apparently now is called clout chasing. Nigga, it's career advancement. Ted Cruz is a stone cold fuck everybody but me careerist.
Yep.
That's it. He doesn't give a damn about the Tea Party, about the Republicans. All he cares about is stacking paper and spend whatever his favorite hobby is, which I'd love to find out. And I also wouldn't.
Yeah, it's because it's gonna be something horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
he's probably like going because he probably hangs out with the Nazi memorabilia guy and like just jacks off in his little Hitler room or something. Like that's probably what his hobby is.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna change the way Cruz is spelled, right? Make it a little less ethnified.
Show and lashing out at them. So this is not only huge news in the world of media, but also in the world of politics, where he was really pushing the GOP in that extremist direction.
And that's
It's okay, a woman's about to speak. I want that, but also this is bad for Jimmy Dore.
This is bad for Jimmy Dore, but also I don't agree with the idea that Tucker Carlson was pushing the Republican Party to an extremist position. They were already at an extremist position. Like, what? What?
Like, at what point, let's keep in mind the premise, maybe that's the wrong word, but we're going to rock with that right now. The premise of what is today's Republican Party.
Right.
They were pissed off about the Civil Rights Act.
Yeah.
That's the catalyst for what is Republicans now. So when the fuck were they not extreme?
Exactly.
The basis of their party is keeping niggers in their place. Mm-hmm. Extrapolate from that.
Yeah, and I mean, and even going back, right, when Obama was in office, what were Republicans doing? Lynching chairs, remember? Yeah, remember the chair? Like, okay, but like that wasn't extreme. Then we had the fucking Tea Party weirdos.
Yeah,
like,
and let's point that out. And in chronological order, Tea Party weirdos first.
yeah, Tea Party weirdos first, yeah.
Yeah, Tea Party weirdos came about almost about a half a decade before the chair lynching, right? Yeah, because the Tea Party was basically a resurgence, astroturfed by Charles and David Koch of the John Birch Society to walk around and hold signs that say, get a brain, Morans, Obama is the Antichrist, and other such big hits from the Tea Party. And then that nigga, he made that movie Gran Torino, that racist
Clint
ass
Eastwood.
movie.
Clint Eastwood, yeah.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood went up there at the Republican National Convention and spoke to an empty chair pretending that was Barry, Barack Obama. And then white people across the nization, obviously the chitlin circuit, that's what they call it? Yeah, the Bible Belt, as it were.
Yes.
They did it more so, but chairs being hung.
Chairs.
Yeah, lynched chairs. Because there's always someone new that hasn't heard that.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. Yeah. White people were so angry at Obama that they were lynching chairs to pretend it was him, right? And then these are the same people who, under Reagan, were pushing like the welfare queen myths. And then under Clinton, these were the crime bill, right?
Yep.
Where it was like higher or longer sentences for crack versus cocaine. Anything that was, well, not anything, but a great amount of that bill was intentionally designed to do give people like rehab and have prevention programs. They cut that out and built more prisons. Like, when have they not been extreme? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And that Clinton crime bill was actually George Bush's crime bill.
Right.
But some socialist Jew from Vermont stood up there, talked about millionaires and billionaires and how this is a racist bill and wouldn't let him pass it. And then you get niggas like Elon James White and Imani Gandhi that are like, Bernie voted for that bill, but they won't point out that he voted for the bill because that bill became a poison pill to pass the Violence Against Women Act.
Right. So
they forget that part.
Yeah, it was either and that was the only way they could get it through. So it was either vote against the Violence Against Women Act or vote against the crime bill, but you can't have both. And that was why they did it that way, was to make it pass, which is always worth noting. But, hey.
And Democrats should do that shit too. Put a poison pill in that motherfucking bill.
They should.
Yeah, when they want to put all that funky shit in the omnibus bill, fucking put a, what's that shit called that predated the fairness doctrine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, reinstate a fairness doctrine in that motherfucker. And you know what? Make it really nerdy wordy so Republicans don't understand it.
Republicans don't read anyway. It doesn't even matter if they understand it.
Yeah, take advantage of anti-intellectualism being a cornerstone of their ideology.
But then you would have to be serious about winning and actually wanting to make the world a better place.
You know what? We're lacking in intersectionality. We need to let a white woman speak.
Oh my God. I hope someone clips that out of context. You deserve it.
Politics, where he was really pushing the GOP in that extremist direction.
Yeah.
And it's also, just to that point, that's also, his show is also a place that a lot of Republican lawmakers or anyone who wanted to speak to Donald.
I like how, as we're talking about someone fired from Fox News, a blonde white woman shows up. It's awesome. Oh God. Patriarchy has really branded white women as like fucking like 4 types.
Yeah.
Point. That's also, his show is also a place that a lot of Republican lawmakers or anyone who wanted to speak to Donald Trump would go in order to send their message, because they knew that Donald Trump would be watching and so closely tracking that show in and of itself.
She literally just made what Jimmy Dore's argument for going on there.
Yep.
Jimmy Dore said, I went on there and then he took credit for Donald Trump like pulling like 3 or 4 troops out of some shit. And Jimmy Dore took that as an anti-war win, or at least he sold it to his audience as an anti-war win. And when I say he sold it, well, just look at the house he bought after he sold it.
Do we know where he was in his contract? Are they going to be able to say that this was, end of his contract, they just wanted to try something different?
I'm not sure. I mean, I have been reaching out. I have also reached out to Tucker Carlson and everyone trying to get more information.
Actually, frankly, I think she asked the right question. Straight up. Like, is it just the end of his contract, and are they just kind of flipping the script? Because that's what I put in my shit. It just looks like corporate spring cleaning, right? Shake up Carlson, shake up Lemon, move a couple spots around. Let's have some fun.
I mean, I think that would be interesting to know, but I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. I feel like there's more inner turmoil there.
Doubt it. Not corporate spring cleaning.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Fox News, like, the only turmoil is really what the women have to go through.
Yeah, but, because, like, as they mentioned, they did that to Bill O'Reilly, too, but then it turned out that he was, like, always, like, drunk on set and, like, trying to rape everybody and stuff. Like, the behind-the-scenes stuff didn't come out until quite some time after he was gone, so, I don't know. I feel like there's probably more to it with Tucker Carlson than just spring cleaning.
Yeah? Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
and also because, like, I don't think that there's a clear successor. Because I think if it was spring cleaning, they would have already, started, like, grooming the successor, right?
Ah, what if they have been? But then also, like, you just stick someone there, don't you? You just
stick someone there.
Yeah, because, like, the audience, they just want to hear someone sing the song.
Yeah, they don't actually care. Like, just say something anti-black, just say something anti-Semitic, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and
You'll
I
do
guess,
well.
and when you look at it, like, I really think that, yeah, Tucker Carlson is charismatic in his own right, but he does do Bill O'Reilly's style, right? Like, I'm going to play pompous a little bit here, and then I'm going to bring it back, and then I'm going to laugh wildly and go, hoo, 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 and make silly faces. That was so Bill O'Reilly's style. It's even like when you listen to old Alex Jones, you can hear him doing a blend of, like, Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly's style before he found his own.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just get someone else in there that can perform it. Fucking slap Tim Pool in that motherfucker and he's got it. I don't think Tim Pool wants to wear a suit, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he looks respectable enough for the audience.
Well, see what the check is. If the check is respectable
He'd have to take
enough.
off his beanie for once.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? What kind of Chris Griffin shit is
Right.
happening under that hat?
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only person because it always makes me think of Meg and Chris. Like, why is your hat always on your head? What is going on underneath there?
Oh, your heart is beating on your head.
Well, never mind. I would get banned if I say that.
Yeah.
I was going to say that would make some things easier, but hey.
Party time? Excellent.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about,
I don't know.
On this, but this is a very short statement. Also, notably, there's no statement from Tucker Carlson in here. You know, it doesn't seem, if I had to guess, that they parted ways amicably. We'll be obviously looking for more information in the hours ahead.
I think the other question here is it's not just about this defamation case that has already been settled. There's more to come. There's more legal action, Smartmatic and others, and it does make you wonder if this is something to do with that because it is so.
Oh, Jesus, the women are bringing better comment. Why don't they shut these fucking guys up? Yeah. I mean, they're asking questions. They don't have answers. That's what's shitty is that this is a segment for the sake of having a segment.
Right.
Right. This is totally just filling airspace. Put some makeup on. Get that camera cracking.
Yeah, and I think that's actually just a big part of the problem with news in general now is nothing is ever just a headline.
Yeah.
Because they're so obsessed with the 24-hour news cycle. It's that constant, it was like for us in English class where you had participation points. So everyone would just end up like rehashing what the person in front of you said because you had to get on and say something. And I feel like that's what a lot of this like pundit ass news shit is because it should just be a short segment of saying, okay, this happened. We don't know why exactly Tucker Carlson is parting ways with Fox News, but he is parting ways with Fox News. That's what we got. But no.
Yeah. And you said participation points.
Yeah.
So like how many hours a week of so-called news coming from, the cable stations.
Right.
How much of that is just participation trophies?
Most of it is, because if you watch a segment, I don't care if it's Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, whatever, turn on a segment where they have a panel or one like this where they have multiple people on, see if they don't all in different ways say the same thing. And that's why I hate watching. I hate saying mainstream media because it sounds like a right-wing dog whistle, but that's actually why I do hate watching mainstream media is because it is everyone just rehashing the same point over and over and over. Like no one really is coming through with like new insight or contradicting someone else. It's I
actually want to look at this shot now because none of these people are actually an anchor. A reporter, no one's out in the street. These are 4 people in the office And they're literally like, look at blonde homegirl right now. She is literally just thinking about her lunch that's in the refrigerator. She is like, that is a fat fucking sandwich. I can't wait to eat my fucking sandwich. How many more minutes is this shit? I want my sandwich and my chips. She bought her favorite chips. They're in a perfect little Tupperware bowl. She doesn't have time for this fucking segment. What I'm looking at here is like 4 different types of professional adult for whatever your flavor is, right? You need a skinny blonde white woman professional adult, you've got that. You need white man full head of hair, you've got that. You need bald white man that's probably a vegan with a bicycle, you've got that. You need right slightly more heavy set, is that proper language?
I think you can say that.
Right, heavy set woman that kind of looks like she's here to be like, all right, everybody.
Like the almost diversity hire.
Yeah, right, because she's ambiguously tan.
Right.
Right?
She's an almost diversity hire, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking rowdy, yeah. Love it. A couple more seconds out of this. What are these folks riffing on?
And it doesn't seem amicable at this point. Not with that statement.
That's right. There's a lot more legal action on the way for Fox News. They have
See,
the
now-
Smartmatic law.
Yes.
I just said about participation points. What did she just say? It doesn't seem amicable. What did he say last time he spoke? It doesn't seem amicable. Like, we know that, but only one of you needed to say it. But everyone has to say something.
I remember when we first got a place together 7 years ago, and we didn't have cable. And when we got cable, I was like, I gotta see what the doofuses on MSNBC are talking about. And fucking just back to back, everybody apparently got their marching orders to say nothing burger somewhere in your commentary.
Yes.
I forget which was, because I think it was like November or October 2016 that we got cable in there. And whatever that story was, everybody was like, it's just a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. And matter of fact, yeah, this was like right before Trump got elected. So whatever the news that was leading up to that, like maybe it was supposed to be like Hillary's emails or something, was nothing burger.
Yeah.
And funny part is, you know who held on to that all these years and uses it so much? Fucking Tariq Nasheed. He loves saying nothing burger. A little bit more.
Lawsuit, which is a $2.7 billion lawsuit that's also making its way through the courts, and that hasn't been resolved yet. So it's potentially possible that, Fox News just had enough. They maybe have needed a scapegoat, someone to just kind of throw and say, look, we got rid of this guy. I mean, because they do have some other problems with shareholders probably upset that they had these election deniers go on air and knowingly spread falsehoods. So
Okay, but are they upset with ad revenue?
Right.
Right, or merchandise sold and other such things, right? And keep in mind, like, they don't just have the show, they get podcast ad revenue,
Yeah.
YouTube ad revenue, right? Yeah, man, they're getting paper still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I'm still stuck on the Murdoch doesn't like him thing. Like, that just seems like if I'm gonna Occam's razor it.
Like Murdoch just has a personal.
Well, so there's been a lot of buzz that a lot of billionaires and the donor class, if you will, they want to back DeSantis over Trump. So we'll see.
Okay, we're gonna get to a billionaire. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Yeah, let's skip forward. Right, we're probably not missing much. Dancing forward. Let's see. Okay, baldy-headed fuck is back on the mic. Let's see where. Uh-oh, what happened to my computer mouse? Did my shit freeze?
Oh,
Hold on. Hit the window button.
uh-oh. You broke it.
Oh, the mouse battery died.
Oh, see, that's what you get.
Pass me that mouse. All right, mouse battery died. This is what live broadcasting is like. You get the backup mouse. Yeah, the battery powered mouse is out. Grab the plug-in one.
Where's the?
It's probably at the multi-port. It's at the multi-port.
Okay, there you go. The perils of going like, fuck it, we'll do it live. Speaking of Bill O'Reilly.
Oh man.
I mean, he's an asshole as a person, but that was a great fucking moment in TV.
This fucking thing sucks.
Which, if folks, again, it's not, there's always someone new who doesn't know. He had an absolute meltdown live on the air.
Yeah, when he Oh, no, that one wasn't live. They were pre-recording.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, it was for Inside Edition when he had a job there. So you 90s kids remember Inside Edition? There was a minute where Bill O'Reilly hosted that shit because he successfully dodged the draft. And
fucking leftists. This is why leftists have no friends. We remember every bad thing anyone has ever done. This is why nobody likes us.
And he's there, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to pre-record an outro so they can just end their last segment, and then they can cut and play the outro, and then he can't nail the line, and he just says, you know what? Fuck it, we'll do it live, we'll not pre-record it. But for some reason, he can't just say fuck it like a regular guy. He has to say fuck it like the kind of guy that, oh, I don't know, drags his spouse down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like when you see that yell and immediately you hear domestic violence, you're like, oh, let me put on my fake surprised face.
Fun fact, they actually referenced that in Epic Rap Battles of History. They had a rap battle with Bill O'Reilly, and that was one of the lines. Was fuck it, we'll do it live.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh wait, we got the
we have back.
Yeah, let's let the attack blonde finish up what she's saying.
Attack blonde.
Right? I think that's what Robin Kincaid
I like how you said let's go forward and then you just went all the way back.
Ratings would spike on Fox News specifically for Tucker Carlson. And so, yeah, he has a huge sway over GOP primary voters. I think that's why those questions were raised, whether he would potentially run for president one day. Doesn't seem like that's probably why he's leaving, given the statement and the way this ended here.
We've decided to part ways. It's not a way you send off your top-rated anybody on any show for any reason.
Nigga, it's Fox News. Why are they pretending that Fox News is not a different animal? You understand that the nigga that started Fox News, when that nigga lived in New York, and I remember hearing this from Mr. Electro, a prolific blogger, but also a radical centrist. But Mr. Electro documented this well. And this cat lived out in New York. And the local politicians and whatnot, they're like, yo, we don't want this little lake out here getting polluted. This nigga started a local newspaper just to put out propaganda against stopping pollution from hitting the local water source. Like, this is the cat that made Fox News and brought it to the table in 1996. Yeah, so like Fox News is not like your regular ass job. Stop being silly.
You don't cast them aside or part ways with them unless something is wrong. I mean, he was on the list for...
And they're saying cast him aside like he was making $17 an hour. He's fucking rich. You're just not being rich with him anymore. You're like, we're gonna go be rich with someone else.
Yeah, but if they were honest about that, then they would also have to admit that their network is also a bit of a propaganda sham. And, Right? Like, exactly why is an airplane mechanic and an engineer debating climate change with a legislator that was previously a stay-at-home wife and homemaker? I'm saying. Like, why are they debating climate change? That's some may remember. That was Marsha Blackburn debating Bill Nye, the science guy on climate change on CNN. Debating. Yep, and we haven't. Oh, holy hell! Well, look, there's some comments there. Why do comments come in so weird? I don't know. We have an individual saying that clowns, these people are trash, low IQ, trashy people. I don't think folks that regularly follow us talk about IQs a lot. No,
yeah, that might be someone that just dislikes us. Oh yeah, one person is like, you have 8 people watching. Yeah, that's kind of how that goes. 8 people tune in, and then about 1,000 people download the audio later. Like, yeah, archives always get more hits than live viewings. Believe that. Trust. The amount of times people see a movie in the theater is dwarfed by the amount of times people see it after it leaves the theater. You're not gonna believe it when you see some of these numbers out here. I know. It's rowdy. I'm saying some new stuff you haven't thought of yet.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man. These niggas are mad at me. Apparently we're racist. My bad for being... And excuse me, but I'm not racist. I'm reverse racist. Okay? Understand that, bucko. These kids are fun.
Oh my God, what is going on?
And who's this lokester right here said, I wonder what his severance package was. Hard to justify much when your actions contributed to the company losing $750 million. And that's just the first lawsuit out of the way.
I think that's actually a good question, but I don't know if we'll ever know, because aren't the contracts typically like secret? Right? Like it's like because it is like a legal document, a legal contract. So I don't know. Are we ever going to be allowed to like see the terms and conditions? It would be interesting.
Yeah, I pinned the comment to the top that calls me racist. I like that. Thank you, strange person.
Wow, called you low IQ and a boy. All right. And you're the racist one, I want you to know.
Again, hey, Chief, let me tell you something. I'm reverse racist. I'm so tired of white people calling me racist. I'm reverse racist. Okay? And then they keep calling me like, you're a black supremacist. Hey, buddy. There's a lot of conservative black people that I don't like. I'm a labor supremacist. All right? Understand that. I'm still a supremacist, but get the prefix right, goofball. Jeepers, creepers, and chimney sweepers out here. I tell you what.
See, we are actually fun people. Why don't leftists have more friends?
Oh, it's fun that we actually have like a live caption and it got me saying Jeepers Creepers on there. All right, I'm that guy.
Oh no.
For possible witnesses when it came to the Dominion voting trial.
He was supposed to be one of the first witnesses that they called to the stand, and of course that got averted when they had that settlement. But we should also point out too, he is so extreme. I mean, the things that he was doing on his program make Sean Hannity look like a moderate. I mean, it started off more as he was a mainstream.
He said it looked like a modern Sean Hannity?
No, he said he made Sean Hannity look like a moderate.
Okay, folks. Tucker Carlson got his big gig in 2016, right? All right. So I've been doing this little podcast here since 2012. So guess what I remember from 2014 when remember when that football player beat his kid with the belt and the kid was like bleeding and it was like, oh shit, like that was an ill story. Guess what Sean Hannity did on his panel? I should actually, I wish I could pause a live broadcast. Can't do that. If we were just recording, I'd pause it and find an example now. But that nigga took off his belt on the air while there's a panel and started beating his desk with the belt. And then he proceeded to brag that his father punching him in the face on a regular basis made him a better man. Excuse me? Made Sean Hannity look like a moderate.
It's this whole like rehabbing anybody that you're not mad at the moment, this thing that liberals do.
God.
Right? Like they did the same thing with George Bush, right? Well, W, right?
Yeah.
It was like, oh, he's not so bad. He's not so bad. Like, y'all are weird. Republicans have always been this. This is who they've always been.
Watch, just as you had Michelle Obama shares candy with George Bush. Watch, it's gonna be Malia Obama shares candy with Barron Trump. Right? Like, watch, it's all about rehabilitating fascists because America's fascist. Hey.
Conservative figure, but he has really been radicalized in recent years, and he's also radicalized his audience. I mean, the things that were promoted on his show used to be what you would see on InfoWars, which is that far-right company.
For the folks that have been tuning into this program already, have you heard me say that already? I'm getting tired, man. The whole Republicans to John Birch Society, I called it before calling it was calling it. I dropped the mic before y'all knew what a mic drop was. Everybody gets credit.
I'm so tired. I am just tired of this late ass shit. And it's like, I swear to God, it's like they never call out anything in real time because it allows them the plausible deniability to enable it in real time. And then it's like, oh, in hindsight, at what point will actual leftists stop being considered you like not fringe, but like paranoid or overreacting. Like,
Yeah.
That you're only saying that because you're like a leftist weirdo who thinks the worst about everything. No, we're able to detect patterns and we see what's going on. We've been here before.
Like, I just want y'all folks to know, like, when you make those arguments, you're so wrong that you're making Vosh right.
Don't ever make Vosh right.
You understand that?
Don't do that.
Like,
Don't.
yeah, don't be on the wrong side of that one. That's an easy guy to beat. Come on now. And what was the other deal? Oh yeah, it was the Mother Jones outlet. I remember in 2015, because remember people tend to forget voting season is 2 years. All right, like as far as like election running, like people be acting like the primary starts the same year as the general. Fuck no, the primary starts the year before. Remember, Trump came down the escalator talking about Mexican rapists in 2015.
Right.
And that was when the folks at Mother Jones decided to publish an op-ed about how using the language white supremacy and white supremacists was going too far rhetorically. Now look at where the fuck we are. God damn it. All right, let's get to the, let's let them party out and close out this CNN segment, and then I'll close out this live, and we can get to some other interesting stuff.
Do know when it comes to Fox and when they part ways with someone, they're just ask Gretchen Carlson. NDAs.
Non-disclosure agreement.
And the interesting thing too is he free?
Wait, did she say Gretchen Carlson? Wait, is that her name? I thought her name was Gretchen. Shit, they made me. No, hell no. I don't like not knowing. I'm gonna look at that. Hold up. What?
To a jump to another network, if that's something he wants to do. Newsmax, if he jumped to Newsmax, which is that smaller right-wing channel that Fox News was really worried about in the wake of the 2020 election, his audience, I'm sure.
Holy fuck, there was a Gretchen Carlson at Fox News. I did not know this nigga.
Okay.
I never knew there was a. She's apparently also just another attack blonde. But you know which one I was thinking of? The one that Rachel Maddow said she was friends with.
Who? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try to find homegirl. Let's see.
Would follow him over there. So is he free to do that? Is that something he wants to do? Is it possible he wants to do something like Glenn Beck, start his own media empire on the side? There's a lot of different options for him here, depending on what his contract is.
And I will say, the legal problems for Fox are not over. They have the Smartmatic lawsuit. Smartmatic has sued Fox for more than Dominion did, and now you have a potential disgruntled ex-employee, Tucker Carlson, as a witness there.
And we should say this too. Last week, after this Dominion lawsuit was settled, you saw Tucker Carlson kind of poke the eye of everyone when he went on his program and was just talking about, can you imagine a media company openly lying to the viewers? It seemed like a subtle reference to what Fox News was accused of, and him trying to make it about the rest of the media. So, you know, he really was someone who didn't seem bound by the normal rules over at Fox, and now his time there is
bound by the normal rules at Fox.
What are the normal rules at Fox? What are they? What are they?
When a leftist is making a point, you throw the commercial. That's the normal rules at Fox. Right when you have Lee Camp on there coming a little too strong, you throw the commercial. That's the rules at Fox. And I did, Phoenix Kalita showed me I made an error. I was thinking of Greta Van Susteren. Greta, not Gretchen.
Yeah. But then that does go back to what I was saying, though, that they never want to admit how close they are to Fox News, because why the fuck would Rachel Maddow be friends with Greta Van Susteren? Why? Why?
Class solidarity.
Well, I mean...
I thought y'all were collectivists. I thought you leftists like why shouldn't people that have similar class interests work together? Why don't you want... It's ridiculous.
Ooh, do we have any more racist comments?
Oh, shit. Is there anything new?
I don't know. Is there?
One individual just said, interesting program. Well, I like that you use the language program. I still say that, too. I am also from the 1900s. And I like my old English. Oh, God. Yeah, let me get the heck darn up at it hereth.